Hey guys, Ali from ALTA Racks. Hey, this is a video of assembling the internal stabilizer. They go both in the extenders or our hitch assembly right here for the rack. So the installation is going to be the same for either one, but for the purpose of this video, we're going to do it on an extender. So you start with your extender, turn it sideways. This is your internal stabilizer. It comes with a 3/8 bolt with a jam nut as usual. A 5/8 bolt and a locking washer. So these are the only two parts you really need. I start with just threading these on to make sure the thread is good and the bolt goes on smoothly. You thread the 3/8 on until you can feel it on the other side and just back it out half a turn. The goal is try to get it as tight as possible when it goes in here. So that's how you test it. Does it go in and is it barely tight? And that's what you want. So the way you flip it, as you have the extender sideways like this, and I put my fingers right around it and slide it in and try to hold it, and as you're aligning these holes, you can see the threaded holes. You're gonna get your 5/8 without the locking washer actually, and try to get that threaded to the last hole. And how much you have that bolt extended on the inside will definitely help getting this on easier. But once you get it on, you just basically thread that on, and that's a 5/8, so it takes a 15/16 wrench. For the purpose of this video, we're going to use a drill, and I'm just gonna get that tight. So when it's tight, it can't move, but it can also be misaligned just a bit. You want these threaded holes as centered as possible within the hitch pin holes. So I'm going to loosen it to just touch so I can manipulate it. There we go. So once I can get it there, now I can align these block internally, and I see that all three are aligned pretty good. At that point, I can retighten this again. And it may move a little bit, but you're not super tightening it. So then take a 9/16 wrench and make sure that nut right there is kind of threaded up. So it's out of the way. You don't want it all the way up because then it's going to stop the bolt from turning. And as this is aligned, kind of keep my finger in there on the last hole to keep the alignment. Get the wrench in there and you're opening the bolt. And you're creating tension against the sidewall of your extender or your hitch. And you can get this closer. And it takes a minute to do this, but it's a one-time. By that I mean is like once you do this, you never have to do it again. But you want to make sure this is super tight. And again, a wrench in there is not always the easiest thing. So if you have a narrower wrench, that would help. And I get that nice and tight. Once I turn it sideways this way because I want to get leverage on it. Try to find a spot where this one actually seat in there. It's kind of difficult sometimes, but again, it's a one-time. If you buy these from us now, they're coming within the extenders, so you can get them already installed. As you can see, I am struggling a little bit, but it really depends on the wrench you have. There it is, the last piece. There it is. I think it's pretty tight. There. Once you got it nice and tight, recheck, make sure everything's centered still, and then the final piece is the jam nut. You open that all the way against the block, and you open it and lock it. So that's it. That's how you install the internal stabilizer. Obviously you can't put it in with this bolt in, but I'm going to take that bolt off and use the locking washer with this. Once you insert it, you can select any hole and basically lock it in, and also comes with the external. The only thing the external is doing is really stopping the up and down movement now. This thing will suck the rack or the extender to your receiver, and it's going to give you a pretty solid connection and tightness. Hope this video was helpful for you. Again, this is the internal stabilizer, how to assemble it either within the rack or with our extender. They're going to be the same assembly process. Thank you for watching. Make sure you subscribe.